Happy New Year and welcome back, everybody. If you don't remember, my name is Mark and I'm a real estate agent here in Washington, D.C. with Search Real Estate Group. We do weekly Washington updates where I give you tips and insights into the D.C. real estate market. I'm excited to be back here with you for the first weekly Washington update of the new year. So it's only week one, right? But the last time we met, which was the end of 2022, we went over a couple reasons why. At least I was a little excited about how the 2023 real estate market was shaping up and what I was looking forward to in the new year. But now that we're into 2023, I actually want to take a look back because we're getting some of the data that really shows us what we went through in 2022. Overall, Washington, D.C. is a very transient city. There's not a lot of people who are actually born in D.C. who live in D.C. And you should follow Overheard in D.C. on Instagram. It's a pretty funny account that goes into stuff like this sometimes. But at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which city, and I'll give you a hint already, it's an East Coast city. Which East Coast city did we get most people moving from into Washington, D.C.? So what city on the East Coast are people leaving and moving into D.C. from? So there's a couple things I wanted to go over that I thought were pretty cool in 2022. On average, we sold just over 500 houses a month, about 524 houses each month if you took the aggregate over the 12. 6,200 and change a year, which is pretty cool considering we're like the 7th largest city in the country. With a population of under 700,000, that's a decent amount of inventory that moved last year despite whatever the economy was doing. And with the median sales price of just over $650,000 and an average days on the market of about 52, it's a pretty solid year overall. One thing that I thought was really cool is we were at a 98% list to purchase value, which means that you listed a house at X, you got 1.8% less than your list value. So basically what that means to me in DC is you got what you wanted when you listed your house last year. A couple other interesting things here. 23% of homes actually sold above list last year, which is about an 8% drop from 2020, which makes sense. And a similar number, 23.5%, actually had price reductions, which is up 1.1% over 2020. My second favorite stat that I wanted to share with you, though, is that we are consistently ranked as the 4th most valuable real estate market in the entire country, despite being the 7th largest metro. I'm getting a Slack notification. Despite being only the 7th largest city. Here's my favorite stat, though, and it's the one that I was actually... Here's my favorite stat, though, and it was the one that I was actually most surprised about. And I'm not really sure why, because I guess it kind of makes sense. But the number one city that people were leaving and coming to Washington, D.C., New York. So, $1 million listing Washington. I will see you next week. My name is Mark. This is your weekly Washington real estate update.